Welcome, one and all. Welcome back to the Shattered Lands, to Shield Wardens. I don't even know what session we're 24, 23, 24. Session 24. Thank you. Voice in my head. All right. So last time, the party were back on their home island, waking up in the capital city, in the Shield Wardens barracks, when kind of a commotion was happening outside. Further investigation led them to discover that there was a delegate from the island of Hellat who came to visit, one by the name of Doravius. Came wishing to speak to the king, who was out of town, so spoke to the king's son. However, in this case, Hendrix took the place of the king's son for the official meeting, discovered that they were there simply to nurture a community amongst the Letong people, to gather them together in hopes to get votes for their king's becoming tribune, offering gifts to aid the land, seemingly of no real reason. However, he did have one of the choker collars that they've come to recognize as not something they really want to get into. He did offer these items of power to help aid people, these collars that would give +3 to all protection type things, and another item as well to provide some protection to the land. And we left off last as the ship had unloaded this crate. The sailors were walking back to their ship, where Doravius sits upon the deck, watching this king's courtyard. And that is where we will return with our party. So what are we up to, guys?
You're muted, bro.
Generally wasn't saying anything of value. Just like every day. We're here. We dealt with him. Has he made clear his actual purpose of being here?
I mean, as far as he has expressed, his purpose was to unify the Letong, to stop this inter-island rivalries, to try to strengthen the nation. And he also had mentioned that they're sending out delegates to other islands to offer similar deals to try to strengthen.
It's not so much persuasion as an intimidation, really, isn't it? We're offering you to chance to be our very best friend. We'd love that. You got 10 seconds.
What they're trying to do is give everybody in power a collar and then take over their bodies, and then the invasion's going to be easier.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
So, smile politely, ask them to leave, and then get rid of everything they possess. Kill them once they're out of sight.
So, shoelaces.
Does that mean we're going to follow their ship and then invade them?
I mean, the problem with them sending out ships to everywhere else is that even if we're successful for our particular island, there are going to be another 8 or so that are going to be problematic. And now we've got
So we
9.
kill them too.
Maybe we should let the prince and Serranos know, and maybe there's a way to get to the other islands before they get there. But simultaneously, it's going to be hard to catch everyone that is true.
Sure, but if they've sent out delegates to all the different islands, and those delegates are the level that this guy comes across as, that means there's a lot of empty houses and moorings on their island right now. If we leave, take a ship, go to there, take the time to break in, get inside their area, perhaps we can do something to the actual factory or source of the collars. Remove
That
the
factory
hold.
were made in Hellat. We found them down in the fog.
But Hellat is clearly coming across as being the mouthpiece.
Their main hub.
If not the gateway, they're certainly the mouthpiece.
Hmm.
I thought they came from the north. So him coming out from the west is a wrinkle, you know? My gut feeling is to just run, go straight there, set everything on fire. But I mean,
Viable option, I guess.
when isn't that my option? You know what I mean? What do you think?
I don't like the idea of them handing out these collars to people
Yes.
that just don't know what they are. If we could send a message of warning
Mhm.
that gifts that look like collars aren't always as good. I don't, just something.
We could. We could always just send it out as a rumor campaign, a whisper campaign. I heard from such and such there was an entire ship of guys who were wearing these collars, and then the next day they all hung themselves. You know, or they killed their parents afterwards, or they set all the houses on fire in the local village. You spread that shit up and down the entire coast. Between your links to your houses and Theodosia's connections, I might know some people. We can spread this message out at a grassroots level as well as at a noble level, so that nobles can know to say no, or at least question it, and the populace can know to just avoid it. Shouldn't be difficult. It's something new. People hate new things.
Yeah.
All right. I think you're right. We should stop that too.
And then I do feel we should check out Hellat, especially if the compass was pointing towards it.
Yeah. Yeah, all right.
How about you guys? As I look at Pius and Lucius.
So who are we killing?
Demons in their
Priorities.
sixpence.
So we're not killing anyone immediately.
No. God. I feel you, Pius. I want to kill him too. He's awful.
I definitely
We're-
think we should.
We are stopping demons, though. Am I correct?
I look over at Hendrix like, yeah. Yeah. Essentially, you know, probably. I've never seen him. You guys had it. You know.
It was not pleasant.
As you guys are standing there on the dock talking, the ship from Hellat, this small kind of schooner ship, starts taking off with the red flag with the barren tree, the sword going through it. Starts sailing away.
Can I observe details of that ship that would make it unique to any other ship of that size or color or anything else like that? Something like a discoloration on a flag. And also, can I note any particular thing apart from the collar on, I want to say Delgato, that's not right. The envoy.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Oh man, you're making me do stuff.
I know.
Sure.
Guidance.
Guidance, you say? Well, let me just throw that at you. This would be easier. Here we go. It's taking a while. Apologies.
It happens. There are a few things. I mean, you would already remember having seen the delegate. He had long white hair.
Which can be shaved off.
Yeah. You do remember the flag was different. The normal Hellat flag had like leaves, and the sword, this one was barren tree, and a red banner instead of, I forgot what color I said that they're.
Some. Yeah. No, I recall.
Lively yellow.
It was worth the wait, lads.
Hmm?
Such natural 20 for a 23.
All right.
We're kicking things off with a bang.
Yeah. Yeah, you notice that the skiff, or the kind of schooner ship, is it's has a spot like on the back rear side that has seen some major repairs work done. So like the wood in that section is a much lighter wood than the rest of it. It seems like the rear side facing you, which we call it port because I don't know enough about ship terminology, side has like a large chunk of it was destroyed and seems to have been replaced or fixed up with different
That's
wood.
good. I was basically wanting to record an information in case I'm ever in a position to locate an object.
Yeah.
So I feel like I fixed those details in there.
Yeah, sounds like you got something down. Yeah.
No bother. Thanks, Jim.
And as you see this ship kind of walk out a little bit, you see a streak of red head towards the ship, and then it explodes in a fireball. And if you look over, you see Sigranus standing there with his hand outstretched, and then puts it down, kind of walks over.
Shoelaces, I guess.
Figured, why let them just walk around and hand those things out to people?
You could have told us that we would have had a text sooner.
That's interesting. Is this Sigranus? Like
You can do an insight
we have
check.
shape changes in our life.
You can certainly do an insight check.
A shock insight check for a 23.
All right. Everything appears to be Sigranus.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a 15. I don't know.
Sigranus, is there any way to contact the other islands quicker than sending a ship over there?
I just sent a message to my king. In fact, he is changing and he'll be out shortly. But while he was there, he passed it along to the other kings in that area, and their wizards are doing the same.
Yeah, we need to make sure that nobody in the other nations gets one of those collars on them, because I feel that they're trying to, start from within, like take over people of power and then invade. But there's no problem.
Yes,
A swift transition.
that is what I felt as well. So I've taken the liberty to send a message to my liege, and he felt it was best we did not let this particular messenger continue to spread his words.
I'll send Daisy just to follow the remains of the craft that's fallen, just to make sure that there's nobody flying away or anything like that.
That's a good shout. That's a really good shout.
Yeah. Yeah. So you send Daisy out after him, and the ship does appear to be breaking up and falling.
How far away is it just now?
It was probably like about 120 feet out when he hit it.
Okay.
And is kind of falling off this, descending pretty quickly now that the flames seem to have spread.
And is it off the edge of the island or over the island as it's descending?
It would be off the edge,
Okay.
like the port where you guys are at. The capital city is built on the cliff face, and almost all the port facilities for any major ships are directly over the void.
Can I play my Foklukun Bandalore and fly?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
Can I quickly? I want to see. I want to get up close to this thing on the way down, just to make sure that your man's inside it.
All right.
And if he's inside and he's dead, I'd like to grab his collar off his neck. If he is on the ship and he's alive, I want to see that and then leave knowing that's the case. And if he's done one, I want to be aware of that, then do one myself. A self-doing.
Done one? What's the meaning on that one?
Oh, if he's if he's left.
Oh, gotcha.
I got you. I know what you mean.
I'm sorry.
Imagine some geezer down pub, yeah? He's like, oi, you, do one. You'd be like,
Do
oh,
one.
right, yeah, cheers. Appreciate that. Lovely.
I get a lot of the English vernacular, but that one escaped me.
Yes. Isn't English such a beautiful descriptive language that
Yes.
truly allows one to enunciate how they truly feel in their soul? Do one. In it.
In it. Okay. Yeah, so you're gonna fly. Anyone else taking any actions?
Just watching right now. I guess if anything, I could hold an action for a firebolt in case I see any foreign objects come out of it.
All right.
How close are they, anyway?
I
Are
mean,
they
it
feet
was-
or-
It was like within that 100 or so feet when it was
Okay, so they're
cast.
fairly-
They're quickly falling,
Yeah.
but
But they're fairly close, though.
yeah, not
Okay.
super far off.
Pius thinks, looks down
No.
at Phoebus, thinks about the color, mounts Phoebus, and holds his action to recite, or a feeling. He's not too sure exactly how this color works. So, just in case if Randy does get into a bind, he'll jump to action quickly. Oh no, did you give me a phrase to say? No, use once per day. Okay.
Yeah, I think however Pius wants to activate it,
Okay,
being
cool.
of a magical item like that, I think it is more, some people would maybe use mental commands. Some people might say a certain phrase.
Okay.
I'll leave that up to however Pios attunes to that item to.
Yeah, make it make it happen. Okay, cool.
All right. As you fly up, Randy.
Yep.
Following this wreckage, it's descending pretty quickly. Give me another perception check.
Dang it.
Can I jump on that with Daisy?
Yes.
That's good.
It's 19. Do I get advantage because I get to use Daisy?
Oh, I think
I'll
he
help
is
him
doing a separate one.
No, I'll help him out.
Okay, sure. Take advantage.
Oh, another nat 20.
Dang.
Good work, Days. 23.
Yeah, so you see the crew all lying dead on the deck of the ship as it's starting to break up. You do see the white-haired figure standing there amidst the flames, kind of looking out, hands behind his back. And he looks up and sees you and just gives you a wink. But he doesn't seem to change his actions. Just stands there as the ship falls.
I'll see you in a while then, yeah?
Gives you a little point.
Nope, fuck that noise. Chaos bolt. I was like, do I leave him alone? Because that's the cool move, isn't it? Oh well. We did the other thing instead. We're going to do a 4th level Chaos Bolt of this guy.
All right, 1 sec. Let me see. He is going to. I need dice.
It's a dirty 20.
All right.
I don't think it's going to be enough.
I'm loading up dice first. No, I have dice on here. Hello. Okay, just gonna roll a dice. So as he sees you casting a spell, gives a short gesture, and the spell fizzles in midair as he counters it.
That's fine. I figured something like that would probably happen, and I'm like, I had to take the shot. Nothing personal. Everything about you. You are terrible. I want you and all your people to die forever. Okay, see you later. Bye now.
And you see him just laughing as you start to turn and fly away.
Fine. I will fly back to everyone and I'll land and say basically he very clearly knew that was going to happen and he's fine about it.
Interesting start to the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least he didn't get a hello to Prince. So.
Sugranis,
Yes.
come here, mate. Come here. Come down here. Come down here. Come on.
He'll crouch down.
I'm gonna just open up his collar real quick, like of his shirt, just to place hands on his neck and just reach on it and make a really big deal about doing that.
Okay.
I assume I don't feel a fucking collar.
You don't feel a thing.
Okay, I'm gonna take his hands, I'm gonna place them around my neck as well. Okay? I'm gonna say, we're both illusionists, but we gotta be real about this. Alright?
Yes, it's true.
That was a fucking nice shot there, brother. Nice.
I don't.
I want to make sure you have a collar on him. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't under orders to set a fireball off on the ship, and then he says that, "Oh, I've sent a message off to all the different kings. Don't worry, I'm on top of it. I'm Sagranis." And then it turns out he's actually a demon underlord, and the rest of it's terrible.
You're all very suspicious, paranoid. I suppose you have to be.
I literally have just seen evidence that there is truly demonic forces, and I've read a lot of demonic stories in my dad's library. Like
I
lot.
nudge Pios, and I'm like, he's us like 4-5 days ago. After.
All right. Hey, listen, if I'm less than a week behind you guys, I'm like a fortnight ahead of where I usually am. So.
My dad has a demonic library.
He has a fantasy section in his library. Yeah.
But demons are not fantasy.
Not anymore.
I thought they were. Look where we live. Do you see any evidence of it? I mean, it's next door to the section talking about halflings finding love with half trolls. You're like, okay, sometimes that's not the way it goes, you know?
You
If
don't
they knew
love
into the
trolls?
forbidden section.
I mean, everything's forbidden section as far as my father was concerned. I wasn't really allowed in the bloody place. I'm still not.
He sounds like a winner. If you guys would like, you can come in, and the king should be ready shortly. Maybe you can fill him in on what you know, and maybe we can come up with a good course of action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
And he'll kind of lead you guys back into the king's palace, back to the table that was set up for the meeting that Hendrix had pretended to be the prince for.
One of our better schemes.
Curiosity, I haven't taken this earring off yet. Is the prince still wearing that earring?
Oh. Probably. It hasn't been that long ago.
So he's been hearing our whole conversation.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, can we
You
hear
don't see
his
the prince at the
conversation?
moment, but
Is he doing
Yeah, if
like
he was talking.
Is he doing like evening affirmations just now, standing in front of the mirror? You're a good prince. You're the best prince. Your king loves you. You're his favorite. Everyone loves you. You're the best. Look at your hair. Okay, go out there and be
Saturday
the best
Night
prince
Live
you've
one,
ever done.
you're forget it. Jeez, gosh darn it, people like you. That would be fun.
So yeah, we're gonna go and talk to the prince and the king, I guess. Where's Theodosia?
She will follow you guys in. She's been kind of taking this in as things happened. She was near the palace anyways when Sigranis let loose the fireball. But
Okay.
you guys get situated around the table, and after a few minutes of time sitting there, you hear a guard call out in a loud voice, "King Adrius Valion!" And the other members in the room, like Sigranis and Theodosia, kind of stand and give a bow. Theodosia is a little bit deeper than Sigranis' as a kind of tall, it's like maybe 6'3". So for most of the people in that area, it's kind of fairly large. Half elven man with a beard comes strolling in. It was like almost like a burgundy color beard. It's a little bit grayed now in many spots. His hair's starting to gray a little bit as well. He has on a like golden tunic as he walks in and glances around.
I'm bowing.
Deep bow.
Yeah, Bo.
Welcome. Please take a seat. From what I hear, I owe you guys quite a bit of debt for your protecting my realm and my son.
It's fine.
He walks over and sits down, gestures, and a servant comes running over and pours him a hot cup of tea. Does anyone else want any?
Yeah, actually. Thank you. Yeah.
And the servant goes around and whoever kind of gestures for them.
Love how the two English people were like, someone offers you tea, you take a cup of tea.
Right? And the American's like,
It was like,
no
the
coffee?
king just offered us tea. I guess we have tea now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, tea with the king, standard.
Put my white gloves on.
and you see the prince come in as well. He hands Sagranis the earring as he walks in and sits like kind of on the opposite side of the table. Not at the other end because that is a long way down, but like several seats down from wherever you guys kind of situated yourself. But so you're kind of bookended by the royalty at the moment. Go for it. Sorry, I have to pull my nose, but I'm just like,
Do what you gotta do. I don't know. You should.
Oh, start from the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. That's a lot.
Made me more than see this story though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need some food as well. So, can we get a spread here? I think some pastries, and I would love some eggs. I was not ready for the day even when I got the message. And the servants scrambling around, trying to see to the needs.
Lucy.
So,
You know how to talk to a king. I mean, I know how to talk to a king, but you're a military hero. Yours is the voice that needs to be now. Yours is the voice that will carry the weight to get it done. I believe in you. I'm going to give him a bardic inspiration.
If not, I will tell him outright.
you know what? I think Pius should do it.
You got this, boy?
I'll give him a little pat in the back with guidance.
We need to gather everything that we can and
Bardic.
kill everything that is on the ground, or it is coming up here and to destroy us all.
Oh, really?
Demons, devils, you like it? It will kill you.
I mean, I don't like, but
That is the short version.
were you in the funny grass this morning?
The what?
Does someone want to? Maybe I'm slow. It has been a long several days. Someone want to fill me in a little bit better?
Yes. Okay. Well, sure. We were following a particular lead, handling a senator assassination, as you know. And we were also following up on what we believed was one scholar looking to gain access and powers from a demonic source. We traced that through. We actually lost one of our number temporarily during the escapade as they fell into that plane of existence, as I understand it. We thought that she was lost, but it turned out that she was being tortured. We sought her, but our priority is always, as a shield warden, is to make sure that the protection of the realm is primary. So the senator's assassination had to be attended to first, but we were always investigating on the demonic elements of it. And now that's been resolved, just as that has been resolved, we had this situation from Hellat, with an envoy coming from there, speaking about distributing collars to everyone. We know what those collars are because during the adventures, my team without me, they actually went and retrieved our other companion, and faced some of the horrors that threaten to unleash themselves in this instance. We believe Hellat to be a mouthpiece for the demons and potentially a gateway. We also know for a fact that they were going to try and convince other islands to take on these collars, but Lucius, can you explain what the collars actually do?
One moment. This is a lot. And he turns to servant. I need a bottle of Dionys. Thank you. All right, continue. And as they come over, they bring like this crystal bottle that is like this clear liquid in there, and he pours some into his tea, and then passes it over to Randy, who is somewhere nearby, or I'm assuming you're one of the ones.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'll take a shot, no bother. It's fine.
And
I'll
he
hold it in
starts
front of
sipping
me.
his tea that's now been fortified.
Yeah, I'm like holding the shot in one hand while sipping with the actual tea itself, but like I'm just like holding this as like, clearly this is gonna be my aftershot, but I'm all over it, don't worry. Yeah, and I just pass it on to Lucius.
If I'm correct, what it's supposed to do is that the wearer, once they die, somebody else can take over their body, and this is what the demons are using to come up. And it seems like they might be sending out generals or just stronger demons. We met one who took over. What was the name of the professor?
Crow.
Storm Crow?
Yeah, we encounter a demon that possesses bodies already in this plane.
Hold on.
Silas Crow, I believe.
Silas Crow, yeah.
So what we're thinking is, with them bringing all the scholars here, that we're offering them as gifts, so that way they could easily infiltrate us and get their armies in here.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. All right. So, you guys have been on this for a little bit. What do you see as the next course of action?
I believe they expected us not to take it at face value. I believe the next course of action would be for them to follow it up with violence. We should look to defend not just our island, but also the others. I suggest you should speak with the other monarchies of the islands and suggest making an alliance against this threat, which does threaten to overwhelm whole of Letong. I also believe that my companions and myself, with a little bit of help, could potentially head there right now, and we can see if we can do something about removing the threat. Or at least go on a voyage of journey of discovery, because no one really knows anything about Hellat.
We need a ship. We need a way of getting there, investigating. We need to know what's going on. Knowledge is power and all that.
Yeah. We need eyes in the sky. We need boots on the ground.
Good.
All right. I mean, all definitely sound. Mobilizing the islands, even our own island, will take some time, but we'll begin that process. Like the idea of you guys going to get some information, find out the lay of the land. At the very least, if you could disrupt or find pockets of resistance, if indeed they are being taken over, maybe someone's not fully keen on following, but if they've already got their king, it might be tough to sway citizens against them.
Another thing too is, I'll pull out the compass. I have a compass that it points out where the demons are. We could always head down and attack them straight on. They might be a little less defenseless if they have powerful generals out here instead of down there, but information wouldn't hurt.
I mean,
I agree. Ultimately, I don't think necessarily we should look to make this an all-out offensive.
I agree.
This journey should be the movements we make now. If they're foolhardy, could be our last. We need to be able to plan a measured response that we can maintain. I have read on these things, and from everything I've ever read, their forces, their numbers, can appear almost limitless. So we should be weary of throwing all our might at one time in this first instance.
yeah, part of me at Tigranes in this delegate and his mission and just left him unaware, but given limited time to make decisions, I thought it best to eliminate him. Might have been better to have the subterfuge option, but that is past. So yes, I think taking any fight direct to the lands below at this moment would be hasty, at the very least, and probably doomed to failure. But what we could do is work on stemming the tide up here. We can retake Hellat. That would be beneficial. And yes, I'm not expecting for even as accomplished as you have proven yourselves to be, to do such a task on your own. But I believe getting information will be the first and foremost. We do need a ship for you. I believe we had one being commissioned. It was just in the need of a power source. However, I think that may have been recently solved. And he glances over at Tigranes. Just raises his eyebrows. Kind of gives a little shrug. We'll see to that. Prepare your stuff. Perhaps, I think by the morrow, we should be able to provide a ship.
A moment, I thought, Tigranes, when we encountered Silas Crow, his communication with demons was, am I right with this? It was with a mirror? Or was it with an archway?
No, there was a mirror. that was found in it was technically originally
Catacombs.
in the sun's catacombs of
Right. The Galapos estate.
Yeah.
Marina Galapos. My concern is if there are mirrors inside buildings which are of import, that could be a potential entry point for perhaps a would-be assassin. My lord, you can't stop someone carrying around a small makeup mirror. It is what it is. But can we at least have all full-sized, full-length mirrors moved out of your grounds and moved to somewhere secure? You're mute.
Sagranus looks over. I mean, the mirror that he had was certainly enchanted, but I don't know their full capabilities, so maybe Randall's suggestion is at least worth the thought. I mean...
Ha! You heard that? The wizard thought I was a genius. What? Sorry, mother.
And there he is.
And then not.
So, yeah, it's worth a shot.
One more thing.
Nods and gestures to a servant who kind of scurries off. Yes.
Is there any way we could maybe have some of your mages check on the collars and see if there's any way to disable them? It might be a good idea if we were able to disable them while they're wearing them and maybe see what happens.
He gestures towards Sagranus. Well, what do you think, my friend? Sagranus nods. Now that we have some viable options to study, I will certainly put it into practice as to discover it. The only issue is, while they are... Well, we'll see. Hopefully I can discover it without having it to be on someone.
Put it on a peg or something.
It's worth a try. It's usually intelligent enchanters make things very specific to do very specific things, but who knows? Maybe they didn't think of someone actually trying to put it on another living creature that is not fully sentient.
If you put it on a pig and that pig starts walking around on its hind legs, kill it. No studying it.
No. We'd all be having bacon, that's for sure.
Oh, don't eat it.
You could call it bologna.
Why would I do that?
Why not?
Of course. There he is.
I'm gonna get work. You gentlemen, try not to embarrass your lady. And he glances at Theodosia, nods, and Sagranus will head off back out.
Sagranus take the earring off and goes, do you want this back? Or are we able to have these just in case?
Actually, that's a good thought. And he sets his other earring down on the table near you and continues on.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I collect the other earring and put them both on.
You look good.
I don't think we ever embarrass you, do we?
Well, not most of you.
Okay, I don't think I want to ask anymore.
We all think they're talking about the other person. It's got to be him. It's got to be him. It's got to be him.
I'm the good one.
What is embarrassment?
You know that time that you thought you could beat up that Goliath, but you didn't?
Yes.
And you felt like, oh man, people are like laughing at me. This is awful.
It's
I
like
did not-
shame.
I did not think that. I thought that we were in a particular predicament that I did not have the upper hand. Next time, I will get him.
Okay. Well, maybe that's a power, I guess. to
Remember,
never
Pius is a genius too.
whole new level. My lord, before we go, I must ask the question, the hard question. It would probably make sense at this stage to take into account your infrastructure has taken a bit of a knock. You've lost Senator Hellat and all of her trade routes lined up through her trading estates and her cronies for her noblemen to make their monies. Also, you've lost an actual senator who wanted to make a difference. Your legislative is in tatters right now. I would suggest you look to your executive to make some control. Meantime, sir, may I suggest the House of Rome's, a House of Loans, to be a suitable financial housing institution that could certainly bear the level of trade you're going to require inside at least the next 6 months.
Interesting. I've always thought he was kind of a pompous ass.
He is. He's a fool. But his wife, she makes the decisions, ultimately. And their son, Minnesota, is a very capable heir. Perhaps if you wanted to make it clear, you could cut the father out of the process and make sure that Minnesota is running it for you.
I have always liked Minerva. She's a good woman. Well, I will take that up with some advisors and see to it. I've heard good reports on Minnesota's abilities. See what we can
he's
do.
a very good clerk.
Yes. Yeah. Sounds good. We'll discuss that.
Oh, and our fee?
Your fee. And he looks over at Theodosia.
Per diems are required.
Well, I think if nothing else, we'll need to discover some things to help you out.
Lovely.
What do we need per diem?
I'll tell you what. A simple king's mark from you will do fine. We'll make sure that everyone knows that you'll take on the payment on there, and we won't be excessively cheeky. How's that?
Last time I did that, it did not end well.
It wasn't with me. And honestly, you know why you did it the last time, because money's so gauche. I bet you've not actually held an actual coin in your hand since you were a child.
You probably guessed wrong, but it's okay. How about at least tide you over? Say 500 gold each for your efforts of the day, keeping the realm safe, and we're working on a ship that I think can be designated for the Shield Warden's use. And I believe I might be able to scrounge up a few other things that may just consequentially be helpful.
Okay. Thank you, my lord. You are truly a kind and benevolent leader.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Got me 500 gold pieces. Oh, I said that out loud.
All right, gentlemen. Once you go see to whatever you need to get done, I think hopefully by the morning we'll be ready to christen your new ship.
Talking of a new ship, if it's going to be ours, I kind of have a couple ideas. Can you point me in the way to the shipwright?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, if you'd like. The naval dockyards are down in the lower areas of the island.
Mm.
And it's probably the only ship near completion at the moment. So if you'd like to head down. The private ones that belong to the Leitong Navy, that is, anyways.
Brilliant. I'll look around to the rest of them, and I'll meet you back at the barracks this evening, or
Yeah, okay.
I head off to the docks. I leave these guys to do their thing.
I watch him leave, and I'm like, that would have been so much fun. Oh well.
I'll DM you some ideas, and then if you want, you can put whatever you want on the ship, and there could be little surprises for the rest of them.
That's actually better than coming up with my own ideas. Oh, that's so much better.
Right,
You're away?
I'm away.
Pios, Lucius, what we doing?
We should
I
prepare.
don't know, but
Train.
I feel like I'm out of place here, so we should get out of here.
Okay. I mean, if you guys are going to go and prepare with your guys, I'm going to go prepare with my guys. Is that
You
cool?
got guys?
Very
Yeah,
well
I know
then.
guys. I mean, I've got like a pretty cool band, man. I think we're going to make it.
Cool. Whenever you guys do a gig, let me know.
We try real hard, but we think Jodie's going to quit. The chance she's getting married,
You want me to beat
I
them
mean-
up for you?
we still might get far. Ah, well, anyway, we live that now.
Pios just leaves.
I don't feel bad. Either Randy or David, neither one of us feel
Yeah.
even a little bit.
I got it.
I'm going to start heading off, so it looks like I'm going towards the Kraken, but I'm actually going to head right back to Theodosia.
Okay. She will have headed off towards the temple and her quarters there by the time you kind of were able to make the loop.
All right, so I'll probably head to our quarters. Okay. Drop a couple of minutes. But yeah, I just wanted to. So I knock on the door.
Come in.
It's me. Is it alright if I come in? Yeah.
Yeah. Not like I got undressed in the last 5 minutes.
I come in, shut the door, take a look around, make sure there's no one else in the room, except for obviously the people that are going to be in the room who are never going to not be by her side. I assume they're there. I change my bearing, lift myself up. Theodosia, it's good to see you again.
And you, Randall?
I assume I'm the one that you're embarrassed by, and I'm kind of delighted.
You're always
I need your help. I need you to get me some introductions for Hellat. There is no way they're going to be wearing smiling ones.
I was wondering about that. So, I don't think an official entry will be the best bet. I think sliding in as quietly and safely as you can would probably be to your best interest. I do have some contacts still. I haven't spoken to them, so I'm not 100% sure whether they are still there, or if they are, in what extent we can expect.
It's still them.
There is that.
Okay.
So, I would say Kailinium in the southern port of Hellat is our best bet.
What's her name?
No, the city of Kailinium.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird train going by me that just won't stop for at least an hour. I'm going to do something about it. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Hi. Sorry about that.
Yes.
Kailinium is a town?
It is the southern port city of Hellat. It is kind of the entryway to the nation if you're coming around that side, but it is further away from the rest of the islands, so hopefully the less protected or expected to be seen. Within there, there's a Furdan, a gentleman there, a Furbolg gentleman there that wears the black and white. Provides me some information as the comings and goings of various vessels.
What's his name?
Furdan.
Furdan the Furbolg?
Yes. Very nice gentleman, capable indeed, but...
Okay. Furdan, got it. Okay. Okay. Next one. I assume Sigaranus is building up a nice anti-demon hoard of potions and scrolls and spells and whatnot. I want that.
Yes, we do need something that would be beneficial against demons specifically.
How do they do against holy water?
I don't think holy water really does too much.
Damn it. I think we could just, maybe if we anointed some oil, gave it some blessing or something like that, we could just attach that and just fire off some arrows into them. But it's not going to be easy, is it?
No.
Dedosha, I like you. I like what we do. I appreciate what we do more than I did before. But I am concerned about my resolve on this expedition.
Why so?
These are nightmare creatures given reality. My whole essence is built into handling fantasy, handling the big and the bold, but I don't know if I'm the hero. Hendrix, Piles, Lucius, they're all heroes. Karina, she was a hero. I don't know, man. I feel like it might be a liability.
You know, I wasn't sure about you either, to be honest, but I do like a versatile group of individuals that have different strengths and weaknesses. You might not be the frontline toe-to-toe fighter, but you're probably the best talker they have. Sometimes too much, but in general, you serve a very big purpose in that matter. I mean, certainly won't be pious.
No, but Piles. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see the end of this conversation and all the different combinations and permutations. I see where you're going with it. All right.
Just have some faith, my friend, that I do occasionally make good decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. So Randy's going to leave and he's going to head off in pursuit of Pios or Lucius, and he's heard what she said. He understands what she said, but there's still the self-doubt which is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pyros and Lucius, what are you guys up to? What tasks did you underset?
Pios is curious. He has yet to try out his magical item. So he leads Phoebus out into the wilderness and to a cliff that overlooks the great beyond.
Good.
And looks at Phoebus and says, "If this does not work, we will meet the demons quicker than the rest of the party." He jumps on Phoebus. He thinks to himself, grabs a hold of Phoebus, and kicks Phoebus and carries him on to run at a full pace off the cliff as he thinks to himself, "We can fly. We can fly. We can fly."
I don't know why that became like Peter Pan musical parts in my head. As Phoebus runs, kind of forelegs pawing at the ground, trusting you as you go, kind of does a leap off the edge, and as it starts to kind of descend, these large furry wings flap out from the back, catch the wind, and Phoebus kind of glides up a little unsteadily at first, and then kind of like turns, twists a few times.
I think for the first time you actually hear joy coming from Pius as you hear him shout and yell, "Woohoo! We're airborne! We can kill things now! Better! Faster! More efficiently!"
All right. Lucius, what were you up to while Pius is out enjoying his hour of flying time on the back of his?
Extremely worried after seeing that. God knows what the maniac is gonna do. But I think he would probably go to the Ox Lodge camp place.
Yeah.
And he's gonna like, get his weapon sharpener and his armor looked at and just get ready for what's to come.
All right. Sounds good. And while Lucius is off in the main barracks of the Ox Lodge within this capital city, what is it that Hendrix is doing as he heads to the dockyards?
I want to go find out where which ship's going to be ours to give it like a once over, and then maybe talk to the person who's putting on the final touches to see if there's anything we can do. And I did send you a little message on Discord. I didn't know if you wanted to keep it secret until anything is used.
Okay.
If not, I've got other things.
Yeah, I mean,
We can talk.
so you walk down to the shipyards, and you get to the naval area, and there's a few that are just like wood that's laid out essentially, but you do see one. It is not a huge ship, but it is sleek. It seems to be what you judge from now a little bit of experience of flying on various vessels is a fairly fast ship. It is like a deep, dark wood, and then it's got like an iron platings in spots along the hull to try to protect it from strikes. Not super thick, but just, in various areas to try to reinforce it. And then these are actually currently in the process of being painted black to try to hide their appearance as much as possible. It has one large mast, large for this various size of the ship, and as well as another smaller mast that has a triangular sail that would be attached to it to try to help in those angles so that
In the crosswind, yeah.
and then it's got two booms that are currently folded up against the ship, but you can tell have sails attached that can be unfolded off to the sides of the ship to try to give it extra speed on it. You see a couple of smaller deck-based ballistas on it. Nothing massive, one on either side, and kind of one that is up near the prow that's mounted. That's a little bit bigger. It's like a heavier of the ballistas that they have. No cannons on this one. It's too small for such endeavors. A raised quarter deck in the back. Something that you think could be manned by a few people. There is a gnome that is kind of yelling at a group of people that are working, directing them. Seems to be in charge.
You there? You must be in charge of this vessel. If you've got a moment, I wouldn't mind a chat. I've just been told this vessel is actually going to be for us. Well, us, the Shield Wardens, me and my companions. I wonder if you've got a moment we could just talk about a couple of designs, maybe.
Yes, I got word just a short bit ago that the Shield Wardens of Theodosia McCready were going to be taking ownership of this vessel, at least for the use of whatever she needs it for. What can I do for you, Master
Hendrix?
Hendrix? Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's take a seat, and I'll usher him over, and I'll just spitball a few ideas at him about and see what's possible for the ship, and in the short amount of time we have as well, of course.
All right. Yeah.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So as you guys discuss things and everyone's going about their various ways, I think that's a great time to take a short break. So let's
Cool.
go to the half-hour mark, and everyone take a moment, get something to drink, use the bathroom, whatever. Not that it's coming into play yet, but just for the viewers, our character cards that are off to the side are not up to date. We forgot to level up the character cards. They are level 9, but we will work on that for future sessions. But I think pretty much the stats there are, for the most part, all they're the same. Just mainly hit points and level progression. Anyways, let's go take our little break, and we'll see you guys right afterwards.
We're not level.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Sky Castle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge. Now, let's get back to the show. He counts down and tells me to wait. Oh. Welcome back, guys. Sorry for the longer than normal break there. We were discussing some of the in-game benefits of some substances.
Drugs!
Settings. So anyways, Hendrix is talking to the shipwright. What does everyone else like to do during this time? Basically have a majority of this day left. They mentioned that the ship should be ready for you by the morning time.
Lucius, what are you up to?
I think after he went to the Ox Lounge and got his armor and weapons ready and everything, he would probably go back to the McCreely's place and just wait for whoever gets there first.
Good.
All right.
I'm going to spend the afternoon creating a train of food and supplies, basic, nothing special, but all the things that are essential to being away for a month potentially. Okay, gonna have them moving that through, and I'm gonna get as many of the king's servants doing it as a line coming out, working on the basis. The more of them that are in this line, the less of them are around stopping me having some fun in the king's area. I'd like to see if I can get up to the king's private bathroom and check out his medicine cabinet.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
All right. As we all know, like all bards, Randy is super stealthy.
And I guess this is the question, though. What is your process? Because I guess you don't necessarily have to be stealthy.
There is no part of me that's being stealthy.
Okay.
In any way, shape, or form. I'm going to be like helping with the line, but as I'm helping with the line, I'm always taking like one more step back. So I'm going further into the house. And when I'm about 5 away, I'm going to fucking child. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to cast a wee bit of gust. And I'm going to have it make a farting sound coming out from under my trousers, and I'm going to have it slowly start up as a slow rumble, but have it slowly build up in cadence and power. And I'm going to turn to the guy at the very back with this absolute panicked look on my face like, oh my god, something terrible is about to happen to my guts. And I'm like, please tell me there's a toilet nearby. That way? All right. Cheers, mate. Lovely. And I'm going to head on that way if it's the way to the king's bathroom. You're on mute?
I mean, he has sent you in the direction of a bathroom that this particular individual knows about.
Okay.
The likelihood of that being the king's bathroom, you're probably thinking is pretty low.
Okay. but I am alone at this point as I go around that corner. So I'm going to start hunting for it. Like, genuinely, where are the king's chambers?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your process, like, are you... You're not trying to be stealthy going through these halls? You're just walking through the
Opening
halls?
up a door, going, room service. Oh, sorry. Room service. It's a library. Okay. You know, and working on the basis that if anyone is in that room, they're not the kind of people who are used to dealing with someone like me. So they're going to just be like a landed fish in the time period of me existing in their life and me shutting the door. Rich people like to maintain a very narrow viewpoint. The door opened and shut, but there couldn't have been someone there because there's no one there now. You know?
I mean, give me some sort of intelligence based. Now just roll me straight intelligence check.
A straight intelligence check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a wisdom, maybe, if you'd rather use a wisdom bonus, we could do that.
I mean, I rolled a 10 on my intelligence. That seems about right for such a terrible plan.
Yeah. Yeah, you're literally just going through the king's castle, this palace, kind of opening doors and moving your way through without a very guided direction. You finally get down a hall that looks like very ornate and very well done. There are a few guards kind of standing by the doorway of a large double door that is in gold. And you see a figure about your height walking out, red hair, gray tunic, kind of a purple belt on with like purple sashes on, carrying a pile of papers, glasses on, kind of walking down the hallway.
They've obviously left that doorway. Am I in a position where the guards can see me and the person at the same time?
I mean, depends on your desired location.
Okay, my plan is to do a disguise self, timing that when this person leaves and goes around the corner, I can be coming back around that corner and I'm just walking up to the guards as that person.
Okay. All right. Are you...
Are they halfling size or are they human size?
They are halfling size.
Oh shit! Now hold on. Do I recognize this person?
You should.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Is that Minnie?
That would be, yes.
Oh ugh. No, this is terrible. I hide.
Give me a stealth check.
Yeah, because like doing this in a hallway. Yeah, no, that's not a good shout.
No.
25.
Holy hell.
Well, I mean, but this is Minnie. I don't know what his passive perception is. You know what I mean? Let alone his
I don't off the top of my head either. Hold on.
Yeah. It can't be that good. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean 25 is really. Let me just roll the dice and we'll see.
Sure.
Yeah. So you find some statue that is, within this hallway.
Sure.
And scurry behind it. And it seems like he's kind of like looking through paperwork and scurries past you, not noticing.
Yep. Disguise self. Looking like Minnie. I'm heading on in. By the way, this is like the first spell that Randy ever wanted to actually know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. To be able to look like his brother and to do shit in his face was like the best.
All right. So you walk back in. The guards kind of give you a strange look.
I ignore them. They're guards. I'm better than that.
Yeah, they don't stop you. You open up the door. You see the king is kind of there in his chamber. It's a large chamber, ornately designed. This front room itself just seems to be one of many, where he's got a large table and it's kind of strewn about with papers, there's a wooden box on the table. It's like, I don't know, about a foot by 6 inches or so.
I can recognize a stash box when I see one. Trust. Randy lives a life. It's all good. Has it got like faux metal filigree around it and like a lock that absolutely doesn't work? And you just look at it like, this could have been bought at a craft fair for like too much money, essentially.
It is finely crafted. There does not appear to be a lock on it. It's just a nice wooden box with, just kind of like, not like any specific design, but like kind of scroll kind of slowly over it, etched into and worked with an inlay, different like wood color. So there's 2 different types of woods at least on this. And the king turns. Minnie, did you forget something?
Yes. I have been notified that as part of the defenses that are being set up, we're looking to maintain any kind of poisons that may be available to yourself. I'm going to have to take all the medicines that you've got in your cabinet. I'm going to have to take all of the drugs. Bring it up.
Give me a deception check.
With advantage, I am his trusted advisor.
Yeah, go for it.
Deception. Plus 12.
Yeah, I know this is going to be harsh.
You know I'm getting 2 1s. This is a fact. That's a 28. I'll go again just for funsies.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive though.
Yeah, just a 28.
All right.
Just a 28. Spoiled.
Poisons. Yeah, I don't really keep any of the poisons. Mainly stick to the alcohols. You should know that. I do have the box we were going to give to the wardens, but if you need...
I'll take that, obviously. I will take all of the alcohol as well, though. My lord, safety first. We can always send out for new ones once they've actually been tested, but I don't want you to get comfortable with the things that you keep. Hip flask, the stuff you keep inside the sock drawer, inside the hidden drawer section as well. All of it. Just give it up. I'm going to watch, hoping to God he's going to be dumb enough to actually start pushing all of his secret pouches and drawers and whatnot. What was that? But yeah, that's...
Yeah, he gestures over towards a nice wooden cabinet with...
In the wardrobe!
Crystal like glass kind of etched in there on the front of it, displaying probably let's say there's a half dozen bottles of various liquors and such there, including like in the middle, like worked into the actual cabinet, there seems to be a metal like recessed part, and in the front there is a wine that's in there that has actually, you can see, has kind of like condensation from it being chilled as it sits in there.
It's lovely. Thanks. Gather it all up. Give a quick... my brother's preferred tight-lipped wolf whistle, whereas mine is like a... His is a... You're like, learn to whistle, Minnie. You suck. So yeah, that's to get the guards' attention. And when they come through, I'm going to say, you take that to the ship for analysis for the shield wardens, and make sure they get in the box as well. My lord, with your lead.
Thank you. So...
I do a crisp turn and walk on out. And like, oh, no, don't do it, Mitt. Don't do it, Randy. Hold on, I just need to do a quick thing here. Be listen. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to steal something literally on my way out for no frickin' reason other than because I can. Yeah, I'm going to follow the guard and head out to the ship and make sure that the ship is, as they say, shipshape.
Right. I mean, at the moment, there is a kind of a, I guess, staging grounds they're setting up. There's a tent that they've set up in the courtyard near the docks, and
Right.
there is quartermaster, a dwarven, blonde-haired dwarven man who is kind of guiding everyone to gather up the things as the ship is not fully done and ready yet. But he is kind of there directing everyone who brings things to place here and there.
I indicate the things that I am bringing, and with him I might indicate these things there. These are personal gifts from the king to the shield wardens. I'm still dressed up as Minnie.
Okay.
It is vital that these are kept safe and are not given to the shield wardens until we are beyond sight of this island. King's orders.
All right. I think we could do that.
Good man. And I shall head off away from that entire area to make sure that the king comes running out going, Minnie stole my shit, I ain't around. Would I know where any of the other three would be?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of did your own thing. So the only one you kind of knew was that Hendrix was heading towards the docks.
Right. I'm just gonna kick it. I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the afternoon until I get told to coming onto the ship. I'll just be playing my bandolore and making eyes at women and some dudes if they're hot.
All right. Sounds good.
That's me.
Alrighty. Pios, after your hour of flight time, as it starts to wear down, you do kind of feel this strange kind of magical indication that you know would mean that flight is coming to an end. And it seems that Phoebus kind of just naturally decides that he's going to dip down towards the ground and will land, and shortly after landing the wings will kind of fold in to his body and then just merge back into his form. What do you do afterwards?
That was invigorating. I pull out some food, feed it to Phoebus, as well as water, stuff like that. We must be off. Must go find that magic shop again. I have an idea.
Does anyone hear him? I'm not hearing him.
We must be off. And to the magic shop we go.
Okay.
So I head off to the magic shop.
Okay.
I forgot the name of the place. It's the one that I bought. We're in the same city, right?
Nope.
We bought. Oh, we're in a different city.
Yep.
Okay. So
you're back in your capital.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I thought we bought. Okay.
You bought stuff at the old capital spot.
Oh, okay.
Now
gotcha.
I think there was.
I thought we.
Maybe something here. But honestly, I probably could not tell you because.
Okay. Well, I'll go look for a magic shop then. So.
Okay.
Something that's mostly not so much magic, mostly weapons and armor. That would sell magical things of that nature.
Okay. Yeah. You see one that is let's see. It's called Blade of Tassos.
I'll walk in.
A human female there. Kind of raven hair.
Hell,
Probably middle ages. Little pudgy, but not, horribly so. Nice smile on her face. Hello. What can I do you for?
I am about to fight evil things that require magic. I am looking for a short sword. Mine is good, but it is not the best.
All right.
And I do not need the best, but I need something that has some magical properties. Unless if you can put magical properties on my blade itself, then that would be good.
Well, I mean, of course anything can be done. It's just a matter of time and money. Just depends also what you want.
I am going to probably be leaving shortly. We are taking an airship. I think they said within the next day or so. I do not know if you can do that kind of work.
I mean, to get something done so quick, we'd kind of have to have, you'd probably have to buy something that I got in stock.
Very well then, can I see what you have? And I am looking for a short sword +1.
Okay. Yeah, you easily could find that. That's a fairly common enchantment that's running around. Or rather, uncommon.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 500 gold is the asking price for this.
Very well then. We will take that.
Oh, pleasure. And you can describe what your short sword +1 looks like as far as the design of the blade itself.
I think this short sword was designed for short folk like myself, and possibly the sword was actually made for someone from the Badger Lodge, but the dude never came and picked it up. So it's got the emblem of the Badger Lodge on it, and it's gray and black as far as the handle and the pommel and all that lovely design. And the actual blade itself has a slight sheen to it. Like if you can't tell, I mean, you see it's a good blade, but when you hold it up like into the light or something like that, it kind of gives that almost that slight blue glow to it. And the blade looks like Damascus steel on top of that.
Sounds good. Anything else you'd like to accomplish while you're out and about?
I guess I'll go meet. I'm not too sure. Probably where everybody is meeting at. Back at the drinking establishment.
All right. I mean, Lucius was heading back to the barracks, but...
Oh, the barracks. Okay, well, that's where I would go then.
I mean, wherever. I think Randall's off wooing women.
Yep, he ain't gonna go do that. Yeah, he's gonna go back to the barracks then.
How can I miss you if you just won't go away? Honestly, I can't even remember your name today, but you look pretty good. Where's your mum?
Hendrix, after your detailed conversation with the shipwright.
I stick about after the conversation, start the ball rolling, trying to get familiar with the ship for a few hours, get things in place ready for for the morning, and then I'll head back to the barracks. Assume bumping into Lucian on there, and probably having a few drinks, and then just having an early night. To be honest, if we've got a big day ready for tomorrow, I don't particularly want to be up late drinking.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, Lucius would be back there, and then Pios as well would return. Randall seems to be out, putting a good one on. All right, if there's nothing else imperative that anyone wishes to accomplish before the next morning, we can get a long rest. Not that I think anyone really expended a lot of resources there, but get a long rest. I guess Randy can roll a charisma check to see how much of a long rest he gets, but other than that, we're good. You are muted, but that's okay.
No, thank you. I'm a halfling. I sleep. This is like a normal process.
No, not knowing how elves meditate thing, huh?
It does occur to me there were like 3 different instances. You could have said wild magic, and you didn't, and I appreciate you for not doing it.
Yeah.
It would have been potentially very bad.
So, in that instance, the morning dawns, and actually, as you guys are waking up, there appears to be a female that kind of is in the room and pulling open like blinds to let in light from the one kind of direction that the sun will hit from that side, kind of illuminating the room. And there's, in this barracks area, there's a small like dinette sort of area that already has like heaped full of food. Like there's some pastries, some various breads, there's cheeses, eggs, and some like cold cuts kind of like laid out there, along with a steaming pot of tea and some juice as well set up on the table. Begging your pardon, misters, but I was told to awake you and provide you with breakfast.
Big day, big day.
We're still. Are we on the ship yet? No, are we on the ship? No. Where are we?
Still in the
Being
barracks.
drunk all night.
Your ship is being brought round and is actually being loaded now as we speak.
Perfect.
Pius eventually comes in from his morning rituals. I see you all are awake. I did not kill her. I figured she was bringing y'all food.
The thing is in.
I'm glad you didn't kill the person bringing me food. Good job.
Yeah.
All right then.
Too early.
I'm gonna get back to my other duties. If you gentlemen, there's some food whenever you're ready. I know that everyone else is doing some other preparations, so once you're set and ready, the ship is being docked, or has been docked, in the King's Courtyard over there, at the docks.
I'll look over the food real quick. Is there cake?
There's some like what we'd call Danishes nowadays, so like glazed bread with fruit inside, a couple of them with like a cream cheese type filling in there, cherries and lemon, like custard.
Have I seen Hendrix eat that before?
I don't know. Have you?
If it's been served for us for breakfast before, probably yes.
He admits it. He admits he loves the cake. Finally.
I mean, who
Out
doesn't
of the
love a
cake
Danish?
closet.
Now, like, just for variety, I may have picked one up in the past. Like, I'm not saying it's my go-to, but
Being a lot of talky, but I think there should be some more cakey in your mouthy. As we're having breakfast, a sudden thought occurs to Randy, and he's trying to desperately remember any story of his brother talking about whether or not he ever has like a morning sunrise meeting with his lord to line up meetings for the day. And he doesn't know. Randy pays no attention to his brother. He has no clue. Oh, shit. There is a worry that maybe we should leave earlier rather than later, guys.
I think you're right. We need to start this day.
That's right. Best foot forward and
Start
all.
this day.
Let's put that foot on it now.
I have already started this day. Y'all are late.
Let's
Then help us
use
catch
you
up.
as an example, then, Badger boy, and we'll head off.
Grab the food and let's go now. You can eat and run. It'll be good for your system.
Yeah, no, like you
Maybe
said,
not
Lucius,
so much
eat and
cake.
run. It's very
More nuts
healthy.
and
There's
seeds.
nothing wrong with it.
More
Lucius
turkey
is gonna
than-
grab like a bowl full of like some type of meat, whether they have sausage or whatever, and like a bunch of eggs, and then take the whole thing of juice.
It's better to eat boiled eggs on the road. Very well then, let's go.
Randy's like jogging alongside, like eating a bowl of cereal, thinking this is a terrible choice for a jog. What was I thinking? Like, I'm looking here with a bowl of meat that Lucius got. I should have gone with that. What is this? What am I doing?
Well, it's not a long jog, like from the barracks that has an external exit for you guys to come and go without disturbing the rest of the temple staff. You're basically in the courtyard, and you see out there kind of a flurry of activity. There is a ship that is now docked upon the King's Dock, currently with like pristine white sails, a flag that is flying. It's a shield on it with a spear that like runs horizontally through it, and there are a bunch of like servants basically loading up this ship, hauling things on and taking it below deck. You see Theodosia and Sagranus kind of like standing out there overseeing things, chatting, kind of on the edge of the island, looking out at the ship.
This is it, guys. This is ours. Isn't she a beaut?
We should name her.
You're right. We should.
I think Lucius is gonna kneel down to Randall. How sharp do you think Sagranus is?
How short do I think Sagranus is?
How sharp?
How sharp is he?
You know, like aware?
Oh, crazily aware. That's my first feeling on it.
I'm
He's
gonna
a
try
guy who
something.
literally is part of a group of individuals that were hunted and persecuted for what they were, to the point that they hid inside mountains. Your man took one fireball and took out a magic demon ship yesterday. What's your question, Lucius?
It's just gonna be like, step back a little. I'm gonna do something very stupid.
I take several steps back, and possibly hide behind a chest.
Lucius is gonna wait when Sagranus like is not too close to to her lady, and he's gonna fling a firebolt at him and see what happens.
On the wooden ship, you're gonna.
No, aren't they like?
They're
They're not in the ship. They're.
Oh, okay. Are you far? Okay.
They're, I mean, so they're currently standing there together talking. So it's not like they're moving about. So it just depends Are you just gonna do it anyways while he's standing there, or
That I'm waiting for him to when they move away from each other. If it does not end up happening, then he's not gonna do it. But he just wants to see if he can dodge it or what he does.
This is your cup of water test. This is Ronan. I like him.
all right. If you want to do that, I guess there'd be a time where maybe he steps aside or she steps aside to discuss something with one of the help. So if you want to make an attack roll with
So
advantage.
with the Pius's passive perception of 21, he looks at the group and says, "I feel that we are about to have a new companion soon."
25.
Oh yeah.
It's
What do
just
you
a
mean?
hunch. I do not know. What is Lucius doing?
Lucius, are you attempting to sneak this move, or?
I mean, I guess I am. Do you need me to roll stuff?
Yeah, roll me something, stealth or sleight of hand. You're casting a spell, so.
$11, sleight of hand.
All right. And what was your to hit roll?
25.
Well, so let me see.
FYI, I'm on the ship now.
You're like, I am not there. Yeah, 25 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
$12.
All right, cool. Sounds great. All right, let me see. Actually, stat out more. I didn't necessarily prepare spells for everything he would know. Let me see. You know what? That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine here. What would he know? Just when you think you've got the whole party down, you're like, I know what people are going to do. You get hit with random things. All right, let's do this. All right. As you cast a spell and it strikes the ground, as he turns and casts a spell back at you. Let's see. You kind of feel a shimmering wall that seems to encapsulate you and cover this space there. And he walks forward. What is the meaning of this? Everyone, has your friend been contaminated?
I just wanted to see how sharp you are.
Interesting.
He has done stupid shit like this before.
You did ask me the lightning.
He was imprisoned at one point for doing stupid shit.
Hey, we don't talk about this, alright?
A pile's burn is the burniest burn.
I don't think this is the day for games.
Randall. Oh, Vanis, calm down. He's just testing to see whether or not your old bones could possibly get out of the way of some actual danger. You're right, this is not a time for games. This is a time for us to actually know how capable you are. Respectfully, you're a really great wizard. But we had a woman who was with us who was very capable. She was gone inside literally 10 seconds.
Well, maybe he can sit there for the 10 minutes that the spell lasts and think about what he's done.
Yeah, no, this is hilarious. I'm fine with that.
And he kind of walks away.
He's up there by himself, right? His equipment's still on the ground, isn't it?
Well, he's still on the ground, but he is, and you can't necessarily see it other than maybe a faint shimmer in the air. This, like, encapsulating wall that surrounds him entirely. Nothing passes through as you touch. It's like, no.
Well, I mean, that's just... Lucy, you got 10 minutes, you're going to stay in there, yeah? Can you breathe okay?
It was worth it. I hit him with it. So.
I can't hear you, mate. Are you okay in there?
Theodosia comes over.
Can you hear me? Okay, because we can't hear anything you're saying at all for 10 minutes. I'm so sorry, mate. Do you want something to drink? Oh, you can't. Do you want something to eat? Do you want me to go through your stuff? All right. I'm going to start going through your stuff.
I mean, did you have your stuff on you? Is it separate? What would Lucius have been doing?
And I have my armor and stuff. Everything else will probably be in a bag. So.
All right. Theodosia will kind of come over. I'm not sure what that was all about, but it's probably not the best way to start off a journey.
We've started journeys so much worse than this.
I am starting to see a pattern.
Hey, did we steal any horses this time? No. You're welcome.
It slow pans out to me on the ship, like with the shipwright going, "Oh my god, oh my god."
Yeah, there's a gnome that Hendrix had talked to the day before is kind of like going over all these little modifications he tweaked in there. Well, is Hendrix then claiming the captain spot for this ship?
I've been shown how to pilot it, but I still think we should keep the whole team decision making going.
That's perfectly fine. I mean, one person would more or less attune to the ship itself.
I will be good with weapons.
Okay,
I'll
well,
attune to the ship.
there's a few.
I think you would do well with the ship as well.
So
Actually,
it's a new ship, and probably a little confused and may not be too happy that it is a ship. So, just if anything's weird or comes about, just steel yourself and you'll be fine. I think. Now, everything will be fine.
Theodosia? What the hell are you talking about?
Creation of ships is a well-guarded secret, but this particular ship was being built without the power source in mind. However, an unexpected source arrived who was not entirely the one planned for it. It will work fine. It just needs you to show who's boss.
Okay. I can do that. A little confused what she means completely about the boat. It's like, Hendrix just thinks, normal boat. Cool. You're muted.
Is this common knowledge about the
I
ship?
mean, yeah, I mean, no one really knows. None of the general populace really know how the ships work, how they get their power, what exactly goes about the creation of one. There's captains that have kind of ascertained the nature of ships, however, they don't seem to talk about it. It's almost like an unwritten rule that you don't divulge this information.
Right. Okay, no, that's fair.
And
That's fair.
if you do figure it out, it's best not to share it.
Yeah.
It's kind of an integral part of the shipwright system, and those who have the knowledge don't care for that to be shared. I believe many items that were supposed to be handed out were already acquisitioned, which is fine. I did have something, Randall. We spoke, and I thought about it, and this could be dangerous, but I have this. And she pulls out a little tin, like the old school, like snuff box type tins.
Sure.
And inside there is a kind of golden hued powder. There's probably about enough for 4 uses in here. Now, they can be highly addictive. However, there are times that maybe you need to have your courage bolstered.
Thank you.
If you need it, here it is.
Thank you. Not that I need it, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
You know, maybe someone else does. But
Someone could possibly, you know. And I'm going to take the snuff box. I'm going to put it in my inside jacket pocket.
sounds good. I will send that over privately in Discord.
Do you have anything for stupidity? Lucius may need a lot of that.
If I
Sadly,
only had a brain.
Left my headband of intellect at home. The
That was
box,
very smart.
the box that was acquisitioned from the king's area, that will have 8 griffin feathers inside. They allow one to gain a flying speed for a 10-minute period of 60 feet. Kind of a standard operation for many military vessels to carry anyways. When dealing with airships, it is good to be able to fly off if something were to happen. And there may be other times that you find the need for a quick jaunt around. 2 for each of you, or however you wish to distribute them.
2 each.
In addition,
Actually, I'm going to give one of my two piles, saying I can make myself fly if needed as well.
You sure you? Very well then. If you go unconscious and find yourself falling, I will come save you.
See, it's that sort of thinking that makes me feel glad that you have the ability to come and save me if I should fall unconscious.
I think I have been given it some thought, and maybe I should not be someone that deals with the weapons. Maybe I should be lookout for the group.
Insight
Instead.
check. Is this so he gets to fly his bloody badger?
roll whichever one you're going to do, Pios. Whether you're deceiving or persuading or...
I got an 11.
15 deception.
Your man's being noble, and that's just how it is. You know
So
what I mean?
just offering it up.
True. He's so kind. Yeah, obviously, man, you do you.
Speaking of falling and damage, there are also 4 greater healing potions in there to help bolster you a little bit more, just in case.
That's a
And
big thing.
I will attempt to get word forward to my man on the island. However, who knows?
Yeah. None of us. That's the whole point of this.
If I get any other information before then, I will send it off to you.
Again, with the superior healings, I'm going to take my one and I'm going to give it to Lucius, so he has it, saying, I can heal myself if it's needed. And worst comes to worst, and I need it, you'll have it. And if you need it, I know you have it, so I can get it to you, okay?
Well, eventually the 10 minutes will pass, and the wall of force around Lucius will dissipate. You're able to leave your little 10-foot by 10-foot cell.
So, Lucius, we can officially say you've been in jail twice now.
You're very funny today. You keep it up and you might end up flying back to the ship at some point.
I am on the ship now.
Of course. Is the Grana still around or no?
No, he walked away.
Okay, I didn't know if he came to the ship or what.
No, he walked away. He was like, no.
I'm acting like a kid with his first car. I'm like, make sure you wipe your feet before you get on the deck.
Okay.
I make a personal note of how into this ship you are.
Yeah, I didn't realise I was going to be either until it happened.
I make a note of that. Okay. Do I fuck with it or do I respect it? Don't know. I've got a couple of days though, to be fair.
Exactly. I've got a couple of days to prove it. Prove it.
So, what nation are we going to go invade now?
Sneaky recon mission.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
So which
information? Sneak in.
Which nation are we
Hellat,
going to go invade?
We're going to go to Hellat. Into the belly of the beast.
We are going west.
Yeah.
Very well then.
Well, you're not coming.
What?
Are you
I
coming?
am coming. Of course I am.
Who are you
Unless
saying
you
bye
sure?
to then? We're all here.
And listen, if you don't want to go, you can just say so, Piles. It's fine.
Yeah, if you're scared, like I know it's
If
not
you're
your
scared,
thing.
if you're worried about your future, listen, man, you're getting a bit old. I get it. Sometimes you got that fear.
I am not afraid, and I am not old. I am ready to die for my country and my companions.
Could
I
you
do not
live
care.
with your companions? That would be better for us. I won't lie.
Yeah. I want to see you grow old enough to be a father.
I want to see you grow old enough to regret me becoming a father.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I
You
can't
do
see
not
either
already
of you
have
with
kids?
children.
Not that I know of.
Deep thought.
Such a dick answer, but it's so right for this guy. It's such a dick answer. Not that I know of. It's funny if a woman says it. Go on.
The gnomish shipwright looks to Hendrix. I've been able to make many of those modifications we talked about, including the ship name on the back and on the prow. You can decide that on the fly and just tell the ship.
Amazing.
Shit
So-
happening.
Not yet.
We can't
Yeah.
journey unless it's got a name.
Well, I'm put my hands on. I guess is it a big wheel like a normal ship?
Yeah, it's got a big wheel.
Yeah.
Bloody
I hold
hell.
on to it. I just look at the others and go, what shall we name her?
If there is an element of magic or sentience to this ship, and you are the one with the bond, name it yourself, or ask her what she wants to be called.
I'll say it in my mind. I'll be like, tell me your name. And if I hear no reply, I'll shout, I'll say out loud, what is your name? And then I'll be like,
Hendrix, please give me a charisma saving throw.
Lucius, what's he doing? It's been weird.
14.
All right. You hear in your head, what happened to me? Where am I? What's going on? What's going on? No. Can't happen. No. And then you're able to kind of like shut it out. But it seems like the ship itself is almost fighting back against you. Please take 4 points of psychic damage.
Whoa. And I hold my head for a second. That's a riot. Hell of a riot.
What happened? You do not look
Um,
well.
I wasn't expecting to hear the ship, but I heard something. The name. Maybe we put a placeholder for now.
Okay. Maybe
Placeholder.
placeholder? Catchphrase. I have a suggestion.
Please.
The newborn?
So
The newborn.
the newborn.
I'm saying the ship is newborn. You can give a name to it later.
Okay.
Or I look at you keenly. Give me a proper Ushka look like. You got a name, haven't you?
No. If I do, I don't know it.
Oh, come.
Not yet, anyway.
I pull out that rock.
Which rock?
The one I got from the Vampire Island. Maybe we should call it the Rock's Revenge.
I mean, I wasn't even there for that adventure, but all right, whatever. Keep bringing up my brother if you want. I don't mind.
If Randall was captain, then we could just call it another Randy's girl.
I'll grab the wheel, and you'll see a name appear on the side of the ship, and it says Midnight Garden.
Nice.
And I think that'll do for now. Midnight Garden.
There's rocks and gardens
Yes.
enough
Tumbly
to
wumblies.
humble enough Goliaths to suit oneself.
Midnight Garden. It's a good name. It's a good name. Good name, Captain.
You can sneak up on people in the midnight and kill them.
Gardens are worth that.
We could We could have named the ship Shoelaces.
But every time that we call out for the name Shoelaces, you would want to kill somebody.
Kill the nearest person. So
Not ideal. Can't have a name of a vehicle be power word kill. You know, ultimately, at some point, that will go badly.
I do not understand, but okay.
It's a musician thing. Don't worry about it.
I will be in the crow's nest.
Wait,
Flies
before
up
you
there,
go,
Elijah.
come here, Pius.
What? Gilbert.
Lucius is gonna take off the ring that he has and give it to you. I know lately you've been trying to help us more in battle, and you almost went down a few times. So I wanted to give you this so that way you can, do some magical stuff in battle that might help you stay alive. Also, there's fireball in there, so be careful.
Do not cast it on angry wizards. Understandable.
Yeah, don't be like me.
Indeed.
If I'm in a position then where you've got the ring of spell storing and we're on the ship and we've got a chance to do stuff, I might throw a Wither and Bloom in there, so you'd only have 2 spells. One would be Fireball, one would be Wither and Bloom, but they're both pretty useful.
That would be good, yes.
As I give you the Wither and Bloom spell, you're going to see coming from my right hand vibrant green energy coming out. And from my left hand, you're going to see slow, swampy black gas coming out. And they're coming together and they're forming a double helix that will zoom into the ring. So yeah, I'm going to take the healing word out of there and switch it for a 2nd level Wither and Bloom.
Yeah, so it'd be Fireball and Wither and Bloom stored in there.
The ring on D&D Beyond?
Yeah, it's a ring
there
of
it is.
spell store.
Okay, got it.
There are
Found
about
it.
5 spells levels in
Good.
there.
Okay.
So if Fireball is 3 and Wither and Bloom would be 2.
Nice. Okay, gotta figure out how to do this.
It's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyways, Hendrix is able to fight the ship out. It will start to sail away. You can definitely tell that its full potential is not quite yet unlocked. But you can manage the functions of it. And for the most part, you even feel like it kind of just goes where you want it to go. The wheel itself does turn a large rudder in the back that helps guide it, but you could almost feel like you could get it to generally do what you want just by thinking about where you want it to go and how you want it to react. And more that the rudder would help the ship know what to do when you're not there. And as well as this way, it also goes forward and back a little bit to guide ascent, descent for the ship to kind of get the direction of it. So pull back to ascend, like a yoke for an airplane, but looking like a giant ship's tiller. Yeah, and you guys are able to start making your way out slowly from the harbor, fighting off the ship a little bit. And as the journey goes on, you will feel more and more in control. And the ship seems to be more and more accepting of you in control as you go. As it comes to terms of being a ship and you come to terms of being a captain. Were there any plans as to your approach in general, what the plan is? So you guys are in Vassos. You're leaving Tassos, which is...
I feel if we're going to Hellat, are we stopping off on an island on the way, to
No.
see if they know anything, or we go
No.
straight to Hellat?
Straight on. Do not
And
give
then-
any excuse for them to be able to see us on the way through.
Okay, so we're going in sneaky then. I'm assuming that we don't want to dock. We want to go into town on land.
We're gonna go to Kylithium. I think that's our best bet. I think that us approaching as a ship is going to be very hard for us not to be seen. So Kylinium. So I say we come in. I say we head to Kylinium as a normal trading vessel
So where
that's
do you get
not
the name?
coming from Tassos. Sorry.
So this is what I mean. Do you want to stop off on a nearby, or go past the nearby islands, just so we can get a look at their ships, trade ships?
Pick up some trade items so we have them available to go through the cover.
Yeah.
I mean, our ship isn't particularly large as a trading vessel, but yeah,
Or we could just go in using darkness as our. We'll go in low until we need to.
Get up there.
We
Okay.
can go extremely high and drop down, and
I think us going high is not that problematic, to be fair.
Mm.
But I think if we come through at a normal height and we can... Let's hit over on the east coast. Let's aim over on the east coast so we have a bit of... Not far east coast, like the southeast coast, so we can get onto where the road is on that... Yeah, exactly there. Exactly there. Right on the corner of that southeastern ride where the road then turns due east into Kylinium. Let's park up there, know that we have our vehicle there, and we take a way into town. Just following the road.
I like that. We can assess the town before fully committing.
Right. And it'll give us an idea also of the surrounding area. I feel like...
Of course, before we get to the capital in the centre.
100%.
Okay.
I have no problem with that. Oh.
All right. A course has been set. As you go on, you're getting more and more comfortable with the ship. During the travel there, is there anything in particular that you guys are trying to accomplish?
Can I get my arrows anointed with holy oil from Zagranus or Theodosia?
I mean, they're not on the ship, so had you...
So no. Okay.
However, you did ask about holy water, and I realized looking at it that it does have a little bit of an effect that it can do 2d6 radiant damage to a fiend. I would say that she would have left you maybe like a dozen doses of that you could utilize.
Like a water skin that's filled with 12 doses of holy water.
They're like 12 little vials that you can throw at things if you want to, or you know, kind of like holy hand grenades.
Yeah. I get you, fam. No problem. And Dewsville.
All right. Cool. Anybody else?
I'll be testing out the extent of this connection with the bug. Well, to midnight, seeing how precise of orders I can give it without actually manning the wheel, and maybe try the distance away from it as well.
Could you give me another charisma saving throw?
12.
Okay.
At some point Can I start using intimidation?
Can I throw a bardic at him, seeing that he's making this effort and I want him to do well?
Yeah, if you would like to. Yeah.
Of course I would. My boy's gonna get that bardic. You better recognize.
Is it a
Thank
D6
you.
or is it leveled up?
Yeah, I think we're still at D6.
Okay.
No, my dudes. We're up there. D8.
D8.
Okay,
exactly.
we'll clear that and re-roll.
Rolls a 2.
12 plus 4, 16.
Okay, 16 will do it. Just probably do it. Because I had rolled a 12 plus modifiers. You feel the ship kind of, at least mentally, shudder through you
Yeah.
as you seem to kind of take better control over it. Here. Okay, make the best of this. I'm a ship.
As I hear that, I'm like, you're Midnight. You're the Shield Wardens ship. Midnight.
Bloody Shield Wardens. Of course they would. Okay.
Wait. I let that slide for now, but I'm definitely going to have to come back to that at some point.
Yeah, just let me know what you need to be done.
Okay, I'm just, staring at, seeing if I can obviously do that from a distance, trying to see what the distance is. And
I mean,
see,
At least anywhere on the ship. It's hard to
Yeah.
ascertain since you're
of course.
out there, but
Cool.
all right.
How many days travel is it?
It's probably
Couple.
closer to like 2.5 days. So you feel like, and as you get better acquainted with the ship, and as you've kind of taken control over the ship, it seems to almost speed up a little bit. But you feel that probably will have to travel like the rest of today, and then probably arrive somewhere in the evening of that second day out. So you'll do all of today, all of tomorrow, and then evening and the next night you should be there. The winds are kind of against you at this point. They're blowing at you, but you're able to, with the ship's help, make your way through.
Sun sets to the west, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good for us, man. We're coming in through darkness.
Mm-hmm.
It's good timing.
Almost midnight. When we are, I suppose when we get close enough, and it's nighttime, and just to make sure we're not seen, I'll activate Midnight Shadow, and a fog cloud will start coming out of the ship and hiding more of a body shape. So it looks like you may be able to see a mast or something out of the cloud.
Just moves, looks like a fast moving cloud.
That's very cool.
And as you see where the island is, or maybe should be, you see a massive cloud, kind of wisps of smoke and fog kind of drifting off the edges of the island. So you do see like the peaks of some of the taller mountains, and you see the bottom of the island kind of sticking out of this mist that seems to be kind of just drifting off in tendrils as you near this island. And that is where we will end it for today.
Son of a bitch.
All right. So cool, guys.
Nice.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is a lot of fun to get to this point. We are getting on to the craziness of the island. We'll see how that goes in 2 weeks' time. If you're looking for stuff on YouTube for us, I had kind of stopped. I've been editing, but there was a audio faux pas that happened that is requiring a little extra work in order to get the last episode done. Plus, travel and a little bit of illness on my side has slowed my editing process. But we'll get back to that soon. Get back to a lot of stuff soon, hopefully. But yeah, if you're looking for more games, we are on American time tonight. In what are we looking at? 4.5 hours from now.
I think so. Yeah.
Dave,
Awesome.
Jose, and I will be in that game, along with a couple other wonderful players. And yeah, we'll be playing through Princes of Apocalypse, a little side mission to help one of our friends. And we got a message that we leveled up, apparently. So we got to make sure that we level our characters up before game.
Did we?
Yeah, it came in during this game. So anyways, love you all. Thank you all. See you in 2 weeks for this game. Catch us for all the other stuff that is out. Check our socials to figure that all out. And whenever you want, Dave, take us out.
Yep.
Level 5? What?